More than 30 Russian warships are off Ukraine's southern coast for large-scale military exercises on the Black Sea. The drills go until February 19th and come amid fears Russia is preparing to invade Ukraine. A vast area along almost all of Ukraine's Black Sea coastline has been closed down by Russia.
This type of closing, it's the first time in history, and this concentration of the naval ships, it's really unprecedented.
Ukraine's shipping routes on the Sea of Azov and the Black Sea pass right through the red zones that Russia initially closed for its naval drills. These live-fire training areas are just off the coast of the Crimean Peninsula, territory Moscow seized from Ukraine in 2014. After a protest by the Ukrainian government, the restrictions on the Sea of Azov were lifted, but those on the Black Sea have stayed in place.
This exercise is really, I would say, strange.
Former Ukrainian Navy Captain Andrei Ryzhenko is concerned the Russian naval drills could be a rehearsal for a possible maritime assault. Missile cruisers, submarines, and a total of 11 landing ships are taking part in the exercises. If Russia were to launch an attack, there would be some warning signs, says Ryzhenko.
First of all, it will be massive use of electronic warfare, jammers. They just jam all kind of communication. Secondly, probably will be like air assault. They need to deactivate, to devastate our critical infrastructure. For this, they need the sabotage team, special operation team, and this can be indicators.
According to the United States, Russia has also amassed around 130,000 troops on Ukraine's eastern and northern borders and could attack at any time, something Moscow denies. Russian President Vladimir Putin is demanding guarantees that Ukraine never be allowed to join the NATO military alliance. But that has been rejected by the West. With the threat of a possible invasion looming, police and security forces in Ukraine's southern Kherson region held their own exercises. In the port city of Odessa, civilians took part in defense training. At a local market, people were calm but concerned.
Не хотелось бы, конечно, чтобы война была на нашей территории. Зачем? Вроде бы все мирные, все нормальные люди, здравые. Зачем эта война?
Ну, естественно, это не война, это политические там разборки. Каждый хочет себе что-то урвать куш, а мы тут страдаем.
Ukraine's tiny navy would be unable to repel a Russian attack. Ukrainian Coast Guard boats patrol the waters along the Black Sea coastline and monitor cargo vessels that are able to sail through a narrow lane that remains open.
Торговельні судна мають обходити оголошені райони закритими і, відповідно, ускладнює потрапляння вантажів і перехід суден з порта в порт. Звісно, це накладає певний відбиток на загальну навігацію, але саме це і є ознакою гібридної війни.
Maritime trade is vital to the Ukrainian economy. 60% of the country's exports, like wheat and steel, are shipped through the Black Sea. For every month that its sea lanes are blockaded, Ukraine could lose up to $5 billion, or 3% of its GDP, according to a study by the Kyiv School of Economics.
Потому что одна из реальных рисковых сценариев для Украины – это то, что Россия начнет, так сказать, удушать Украину с морской стороны, прижимать к берегу и перекрывать морские пути.
Moscow has rejected accusations that shipping would be impacted by its naval drills. As of February 15th, maritime traffic maps showed a few merchant ships were continuing to sail through the restricted zone.
It's still navigation through this area. It's very interesting what Russia will do to stop, because it's not Ukrainian ships actually. It's international ships. It's ships by international companies.
Nevertheless, Ukraine has advised airlines to avoid the airspace over the Black Sea. And even if Russia decides against an invasion, it could still squeeze Ukraine's economy by disrupting its Black Sea trade routes.